ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्त वेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यत् इति मे निश्चिता मतिः। So, in last lecture, we saw Guru and Shishya. How a Guru should be and how should be a Shishya. And how should Shishya approach Guru and how should he gain Brahmajnana from that competent Guru. In which we understood that Shishya should be Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha, endowed with fourfold qualification. And how should be a Guru? Shishya should be endowed with sadhana chatushtaya. But how should be a guru? Guru should be Shrotriya Brahmanishtha. Why should we approach a guru who is Shrotriya and Brahmanishtha alone? For which the answer was given simply because a guru who is Brahmanishtha is incapable of dispelling doubts in the mind of Shishya. Doubts in the form of Bheda, 5 types of Bheda: Jiva Jiva, Jiva Jagat, Jiva Ishvara, Jagat Ishvara. All these 5 different types of Bheda, dispelling these doubts in form of these 5 Bheda cannot be removed by a Guru who is Brahmanishtha alone. But for a Guru who is Shrotriya alone, he can dispel these doubts, but the desired effect is not gained. Therefore, a Guru should be Shrotriya also and Brahmanishtha also. After having approached that Guru, what should be done by Shishya? The explanation was given: he should serve him, he should cultivate Vairagya etc., by which Chitta Shuddhi is gained. And if such a Shishya, if he is Grihastha, then for him total only service can be given, not Atma Samarpana, total surrender. Surrender intellectually in understanding is possible, but because he has his household duties, he has to perform household duties and also serve Guru. All that example explanation was given, after which now author starts with this next chapter. Here author says that Guru Shishya Samvadatmika Kachana Purvakhyaika Virachyate. Now author says that I am going to tell you a story which is unheard of, which you have never heard before. What author is trying to say is, for explaining Vedanta, for explaining a topic which is not easy to understand, to simplify that, I am going to explain that topic in form of a dialogue between a guru and a shishya. But this dialogue is such that it is unheard of. You have never heard this before. What do you mean I have never heard this before? What author is trying to say is, as there are dialogues, there are stories in Upanishads, in Veda, this story is not one of those stories. This is not one of those stories, but like those, I am composing a new one for better understanding of this topic or subject. So author explains the story. He says there was a king who was named Shubha Santati. There was a king who was named Shubha Santati. Shubha, auspicious, good. Santati, progeny, children. The one who has good, well-behaved children, such a king. Shubha Santati. He ruled over all entire earth. Lokatrayam. Here it is said. Let's take entire earth. He had three children. He had three children. He had three sons. One was Tattvadrushtihi. One was named Tattvadrushti. One was Adrushtihi. And one was Tarkadrushtihi. Tattvadrushtihi, the one who has Tattva Anukaranatmika Drushti, who is always trying to find what the essence is. The one who thinks according to Shruti. Adrushtihi. Adrushtihi is the one who is incapable of understanding what is being told by Tattva. And Tarkadrushtihi is the one who always thinks based upon logic. Tarka alone. These are the three types of students. ते क्रमेणास्मिन् ग्रन्थे चतुर्थ पंचम षष्ठतरङ्गेषु उत्तम मध्यम कनिष्ठाधिकारिकत्वेन कारित्वेन वर्ण्यन्ते. Now all these are going to be expounded upon, elaborated upon in 4th, 5th and 6th chapter consecutively. So 4th chapter will be based upon Tattva Drushti, 5th will be on Adrushti and 6th will be on Tarka Drushti. What here is being told is Shruti, Yukti, Shruti, Anubhava and Yukti. Shruti, Tattva Drushti according to Shruti. Tarka Drushti according to logic. And how they have been explained, how they have been elaborated upon, they have been elaborated upon as Uttama Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari and Manda Kanishta Adhikari. Uttama, best, mediocre and average. The best one is Tattva Drushti, Adrushti is mediocre and Tarka Drushti is an average. So these were the three children of the king. Now, after having ruled over for a long period of time, king thought to himself that even after I have ruled over these three lokas, over my kingdom for so many years, yet I am not satisfied. I am not happy. There should be something more. आत्मा अजः नित्यः निरतिशयानंद स्वरूपश्च ततोन्यत् सर्व दुःखात्मकम् इति विवेकः उदीयाय. So Viveka, discrimination dawned upon him that I am sorrowful and I must know Atma by which I will get liberated. Now, if I am to know Atma, I have to go approach a guru. After going to that guru, serving him alone, he is going to teach me. But for which I have to give up my kingdom, I have to give up my throne, and I have to pass it down to my children. So he called upon all his three children and he said, I am going to divide this whole kingdom between three of you, and I am going to go into forest to learn what Atma is, what is Brahma, to gain Brahmajnana. Now, his children were as wise as him. They thought upon themselves, they thought, if our father is giving up this entire kingdom, all these sources of happiness, everything, to gain something else. That means that which he is trying to gain has more value, is more important, and that should be sought by everyone. Thinking in this way, all these three children, these three kids, they also said, okay, if such is the case, then we also should go out and approach a guru and gain Brahmajnana. Putranampi Rajya Jihasa, Hatumichha Jihasa, the desire to give up. पितृवाक्यमिदं श्रुत्वा सद्युक्तिबुद्धियुक्तास्त्रयोऽपि पुत्रा एकान्ते सम्भूयैव समालोचयन् पिता अस्मान् संसारसागरे दुःखोदर्के पातयित्वा स्वयं ब्रह्मानन्दं प्रतिपित्सति यस्मात् आत्मविचारासक्तोपारदुःखरूपत्वात् अखण्डम् असपत्नमपि राज्यं पिता जिहासति तस्मात् अद्वयमपि इदं राज्यम् अत्यंत दुःख रूपम परित्यजेम इति. If the king is ready to give up this entire kingdom, which is Advaya, Asapatna, without any enmity, Akhanda, intact, without any quarrels within, there is no one who is going to go against us. Everything is well behaved, everything is in its own place. Yet, if the king is ready to give this kingdom up, if he is ready to give his ruling up, that means the Atmananda which he is trying to gain is more valuable, much better, and we also should seek that Atmananda. And for gaining that Atmananda, what did they do? They also left kingdom, they also left their homes and approached and went out in search of a guru. Then author has elaborated where did they go. They went to Ganga Tata, on the banks of Ganga, and saw a guru who was Brahmanishtha Shrotriya. Everything has been described, and then author says that they approached that guru. After having approached that guru, what happened? Now, just hold on. Yeah. They said, Tattva-drushti Guroho Anumatim Prarthayate. They asked for his permission. They asked him, He Bhagavan, Vayam Trayopi Bhrataraha Shubhasantatehe Rajyaha Kumaraha Ajyaha Atyantam Shocyaha Nijaswarupa Jijnasavaha Bhavantam Sharanam Gataha. We are such and such, three brothers, sons of Shubhasantati king who is named Shubhasantati. We all want to know Nijaswarupa Jidnyasu. We are all desirous of knowing our own Swarupa. Nijaswarupa, our own Swarupa, our own true self. Yadyajnadiyate tarhi asmadabhiprayam nivedayama. And if you give us permission, then we will express what we want and please give us that knowledge. Iti tattva drishtihi praha. And then Guru answers, He Shishya, Shrunume vachaha, Tat Shravanena, Swadhrudaya Granthayah Samshayasya Samulan Mulita Bhaveyuhu, Twamcha Paramanandam Prapnuyaha, Iti Guru Ravochat. Guru said, okay, I am going to tell you, I am going to expound upon that knowledge, listening to which all the knots of ignorance in your mind, all the ignorance, knots of ignorance, all the doubts which are in your mind, the ignorance will go away. And Tvam cha paramanandam prapnuyaha. You all will gain that paramananda. With this, author jumps into the topic. मुमुक्षाभिव्यञ्जकस्तत्त्वदृष्टिप्रश्नः. Mumuksha, moktum ichha mumuksha. It is Sanyanta Rupa. Moktum ichha, desire for liberation. Abhivyanjaka, that which expresses, describes. Tattva-drishti prashnaha, question of tattva-drishti. A question of tattva-drishti, tattva-drishti's question which displays, expresses his desire for liberation or their desire for liberation. What is the question? Shri Guroho Karunyam Jnatva Hrudayananda Sandoha Tundilaha San Tattva-drishtihi Swabhilashita Karyam Siddham Iti Nishchitya Swavinayam Papracha He Bhagavan. Looking at the compassion, hearing to the compassionate words of a guru, the one who was overjoyed, Hrudayananda Sandoha Tundilaha. Ananda Sandoha Tundilaha, in English it will be expressed as who was overjoyed that my questions are going to be answered. The one or the thing which I am seeking, I am going to gain that thing here. Swabhilashitam karyam siddham. Now my desired phala, my desired result is going to be gained. It is as good as it has been gained. Siddham, gained, completed. Iti nishchitya, having concluded in this way, savinayam papracha, with folded hands, with devotion, he asked, Hey Bhagavan, O Master, Bhavan Krupanidhi Sadashiva Dakshinamurti Samaha Sarvajnaha. You are compassion embodied. Krupanidhi, ocean of compassion. You are like a Dakshinamurti Shiva. You are Sarvajna. Vayam tu sarve ajnaha janana maranani dukkharupa samsarat bibhimaha. We all are ignorant. We are scorched by the sorrows of janana, marana, etc., birth and death, and samsara, which is in form of birth and death, the cycle of birth and death. From that samsara, we are afraid of that samsara. Samsarat bibhimaha. Asmakam tannivrittehe paramananda praptesha paramananda prapteshopayo vaktavyaha. To us, expound upon, tell us, teach us, upaya, means by which that samsara dukkha, that sorrow of samsara dukkha will be removed and paramananda will be gained. Nana prakaropasanani karmani chanusthitani. We have already performed many upasanas, many karma, etc. Naivasmad abhilashitartha siddhirabhut. But that which we sought was never gained by us. Pratyuta samsaratmaka bandha eva drudhi bhavata. But on the contrary, the bondage of samsara became more rigid. The knots got tightened. Instead of loosening them, they became more and more tight, more and more complex. Tasmat yenopayantarena vayam kritartha bhavema tamupayam asman shadhi bhoho. Therefore, yenopayantarena, that by those means by which vayam kritartha bhavema, We will be krutartha, we will be satisfied, we will be contented. Tam upayam asman shadhiboho. Those means, please teach us. Please teach us those means by which we will be satisfied, contented, and happy. To which jnanopadeshaha. Knowledge is being imparted. शिष्यस्य भ्रान्तिजन्येत्युपपादनपूर्वकमहावाक्यार्थोपदेशः आत्यन्तिकदुःखनिवृत्तिः परमानन्दप्राप्तिश्च मोक्ष इति कथ्यते. शिष्यस्य मोक्षेच्छा desire for liberation of shishya, of student, is bhrantijanya, born out of delusion. Having expressing and explaining this, that your desire for liberation is out of delusion. Expressing this first, mahavakyopadeshana iti upapadana purvaka, explaining this before, after that explaining mahavakyarthopadesha, explaining mahavakya, what is the meaning of mahavakya, etc. आत्यंतिक दुख निवृत्ति परमानंद प्राप्तिश्च मोक्षः इति कथ्यते. What is moksha? Moksha is आत्यंतिक दुख निवृत्ति and परमानंद प्राप्ति. शिष्यस्य मोक्षेच्छां ज्ञात्वा गुरुः तदुपायभूतं वेदान्तैक समधिगम्यं ज्ञानोपदिशति. And according to Shishya's desire for liberation, knowing his desire, understanding his desire, Guru, teacher, tadupaya bhutam vedanta eka samadhigamyam jnanopadishati. Knowledge is going to be taught which can be gained through Vedanta alone. Vedanta eka. By Vedanta alone, samadhigamya, gained, learned, known. Why do we need to gain this jnana? Upaya bhutam. Upaya bhuta, those which are means of what? Moksha. So knowing Shishya's desire for liberation, understanding his desire for liberation, now Guru is going to teach him those means, that is jnana, which can be gained through Vedanta alone. ज्ञानस्वरूपस्य नानाशास्त्रेषु नानाप्रकारेणोक्तत्वेऽपि जीवब्रह्मभेदनिवर्तकज्ञानस्यैव मोक्षसाधनत्वेन वेदेषु प्रतिपादितत्वात् तादृशमेव ज्ञानमुपदिशति हे शिष्य इति. There are many means of knowledge, many types of knowledge which can be gained, but there is one knowledge which has been told in Vedas. What is that knowledge? That knowledge is in the form of Jiva Brahma Aikya, by which Jiva Brahma Bheda is going to be removed. Jiva Brahma Bheda Nivartaka Jnanasyaiva Moksha Sadhanatvena. Moksha can be gained by that and that knowledge alone, which is going to remove the difference between Jiva and Brahman. And that knowledge can be gained in Veda, and that knowledge is going to be taught to a Shishya by a Guru, and Guru starts teaching that knowledge and says, Hey Shishya, O son, O student, परमानंदावाप्तौ जनन मरणादि दुख रूप संसार निवृत्तौ च तवोत्पन्नेच्छा भ्रांतिजन्या इति अवेहि. First of all, understand Paramanandavapto, for gaining unsurpassed happiness. Janana Maranadi Dukkha Rupa Samsara Nivruttau, samsara which is in form of the cycle of birth and death. Removing this samsara, the desire to remove this samsara. Desire to remove samsara and gaining happiness. These desires, these ichha, are Bhranti Janya. Bhranti Janye. dual case. Bhrantijanya iti eva. All these desires are born out of ignorance, delusion. Tavo utpanna ichha Bhrantijanya. This desire is born out of delusion. यतः त्वं निसर्गत एव निरतिशय परमानंद स्वरूपोसि. Nisargata, naturally, by birth. Now, Nisargata is, even though we translate it as naturally, it is ideally causeless by itself. Swarupatah. Nisargatah actually directly correlates to, indicates to Swarupatah, by itself, without any cause, without depending upon something else, which is not something which is created. Anything which is created is called Kritrima. Nisargatah, that which is existing from beginning, which is beginningless. So Nisargatah, by itself, by yourself, Nirtishaya Paramananda Swaruposi. You are of the nature of unsurpassed happiness. That is your Swarupa. It's not different from you, which can be gained by you. Tasmat sada paramananda swarupena eva satah tava punaha tat prapti ichha na yujyate. And if such is the case, then gaining that which you are, the desire for gaining that which you are, is not right. Na yujyate, it is inappropriate. Ya na praptam tallabhaya eva uchita ichha. That which is not gained by me, for gaining that, if I have desire, it is right to say. If I don't have something, for gaining that which I don't have, the desire is understood. The desire for gaining something which I don't have is appropriate, can be understood. But the desire for the thing which I already have cannot be there. त्वत्स्वरूपं तु त्वया सर्वदा प्राप्तमेव इत्यतः तत्प्राप्तये तव जायमानेच्छा भ्रममन्तरा न संगच्छते. तत्स्वरूपं तु त्वया सर्वदा प्राप्तमेव. But your swarupa, your nature is always gained by you. It's your own. It's never away from you. Therefore, desire for gaining that which is yours, that desire can be born only when there is delusion. Bhramam antara na sangacchate. It can never be seen. Understand it in this way. Sangacchate na. Sangacchate, it goes hand in hand. It does not go hand in hand, it is opposite. So, without Brahma, without delusion, the desire to know or desire to gain that which you are can never be there. Or just change the sequence of the words. Desire to gain that which you already have, that which you already are, can be seen on account of delusion alone. Okay. Now, this is a problem. किंच जनन मरणादि रूप संसारः यदि कदाचित् त्वय्यभूत् तदा तव तन्निवृत्तये इच्छा उचिता भवेत्. If Janana Maranadi Rupaha Samsaraha, this samsara which is in form of birth and death, Kadachit Tvayabhut, if you had this samsara, if it was yours, if you are experiencing that, if it was yours, Tada, then Tavatan Nivruttaye Ichha Uchita Bhavet, then your desire to dispel that samsara, to give up that samsara, to remove that samsara would have been appropriate. वस्तुतः तु बट इन रियालिटी सः संसारः ईषदपि कालत्रयेऽपि नास्त्येव त्वयि. But even an iota of that samsara is not in you in all three periods of time. That samsara was never there in you. It was never there in Bhuta, it is not there right now, and it can never be there in you. There is no connection between you and this samsara. It's never yours. तस्मात् कालत्रयेऽपि अविद्यमानस्य संसार दुःखस्य निविवृत्सा ते भ्रममन्तरा न घटते. Therefore, without delusion, desire for removing samsara, which is not there in all three periods of time, cannot be there. So, desire for removing samsara, which does not exist in all three periods of time, that desire can be seen only on account of delusion. So, desire for removing samsara and desire for gaining paramananda is on account of delusion. हे शिष्य, त्वं तु जनन मरणादि सर्व संसार शून्य चिन्मात्र ब्रह्म स्वरूप ब्रह्मैवासि. In reality, O Somya, you are that Brahman in which there is no samsara at all and which by itself is Ananda Swarupa. Tasmat, therefore, smara kadapi, tasmat ma smara kadapi jananamarnadi dukkha rupam samsaram. Therefore, never, never, never dwell upon this janana maranadi rupa samsara. Don't think of this samsara at all. Now, this is for tattva drishti. This is interestingly, actually, if you see, here the teaching is over. Ideally, the teaching is over. Why? Sarva samsara chinmatra brahma swarupa asi. Tat tvam asi. Upadesh has been given. What you think of that ignorance is mithya has been taught. If and only if a shishya is very much competent, then for him this much is enough. But that means the shishya should be highly competent, extreme vairagya, extreme samadhi, shatka sampatti, etc. Just by thinking upon this, he will gain Brahmajnana. He will be Jivan Mukta. But if such was the case, such had been the case, then author would not have started explaining this or started composing this text. Now, Shishya raises question. Atra akshepa samadhanani. Now there is a doubt. Sukha vishayaka akshepa samadhanani. Akshepa. The question is about Sukha. What is that doubt? Atmanaha ananda rupatve Vishaya sambandhat anandabhanam na uchitam iti akshepaha. If Atma was Ananda Rupa of the nature of happiness, then Vishaya sambandhat anandabhanam na uchitam iti akshepaha. Then gaining of happiness on account of experiencing Vishayas, objects of desire, would not have been there. But because we experience happiness when we experience Vishayas, that means Atma is not Ananda Swarupa. If Atma was Ananda Swarupa, then happiness would not have been experienced while experiencing Vishayas. He is thinking exactly in the opposite direction. What's his question? Hey Swamin, Mamatma yadi Nitya Nirtashya Paramananda Rupa eva bhavati. If my Swarupa was Nitya Nirtishay Paramananda Rupa. Nirtishay Paramananda Rupa was the nature of my own true self. Tada, then, विषयेन्द्रिय संबंधाधीनतया आनंदानुभवः नोपपद्यते. Then happiness would not have been experienced when I experience Vishaya. Vishaya Indriya Sambandhadhinataya. Adhina subjugated to, on account of, because of. Coming in contact of Indriya and Vishaya. Happiness which is experienced because of the contact between Indriya and Vishaya. That happiness would never have been experienced. Why? I am Ananda Swarupa. But that is experience anubhuyata eva tu Vishaya Sambandhat Atmanyanandaha. But I experience happiness when I experience Vishaya. And because I experience happiness when I experience Vishaya, therefore, Tasmat Naivananda Swarupa Atma Na eva Ananda Swarupaha Atma. Atma is not Ananda Swarupa. Kintu Vishaya Sambandhadeva Atmani Anandaha Jayate. But happiness is born within me only when Vishayas are experienced. The question is simple. If I am Ananda Swarupa, am I experiencing happiness right now? No. If it was mine, if it was me myself, I should have experienced that. No. But I experience happiness when I experience Vishaya. So, on experience of Vishaya, that happiness is born within me. Therefore, Vishayas have Ananda. Vishaya Sambandhadeva. Only when I come in contact with Vishaya, only when I experience Vishaya, happiness is gained. To which now answer is being given. Ajnasya Vishaya Pravruttau Satyam Tadiyantarmukhavruttau Atmanando Bhati Vishayeshu Nastyananda iti Samadhanam. Vishayeshu Nastyananda iti Samadhanam. The Samadhana, the answer is being given. Happiness is not in Vishayas. Where is it? Actually, the happiness that you experience is because Ajnasya Vishaya Pravruttau Satyam. When Vishayas are experienced by an ignorant person, Tadiyantarmukha Vrittau Atmanandaha Bhati. The Antarmukha Vritti, the introverted thoughts, Vritti, mind, the mind which has become introverted, Sthira, in that mind, Atmananda, Swarupananda is being expressed. Explanation is being given. He Shishya, O Shishya, Yasya buddhi atmaswarupam na janati tasya vishayecha jayate. In reality, the one who does not know his own swarupa, own true self, for him vishayecha jayate. Desire for experiencing vishayas is born. भोग साधनानां स्त्री धन पुत्रादीनां अत्र विषय शब्देन ग्रहणम. By Vishaya, by this Shabda, Vishaya, Bhoga Sadhananam Stri Dhana Putradinam Atra Grahanam. What is meant by Vishaya? Stri, Dhana, Putra, etc. Everything that can be experienced of or worldly objects. Wife, wealth, children, etc. All these are Vishaya. Vishayechhasya Punsaha Buddhi Nischala Bhavati. The one who is desirous of Vishaya, of that person, Punsaha, of such a person, buddhi chanchala bhavati, na nishala, chanchala bhavati. His intellect is chanchala, wavering. चंचलायां बुद्धौ आत्मस्वरूपानंद प्रतिबिंबः न भासते. In such a mind which is shaky, moving, always in state of flux, that Atmananda is never expressed. Or the Pratibimba, Atmaswarupananda Pratibimbaha na bhasate. The reflection of my Ananda Swarupa Atma. Atma, which is of the nature of happiness, reflection of that Atma is not possible in that mind which is in state of flux, which is continuously moving. अभिलषित विषय लाभे तु क्षणमात्रं बुद्धिः स्थिरै भवति. But when the desired object is gained, experienced at that particular moment, at that time, my mind becomes sthira. It stops moving. It becomes calm, like calmness of water. And when it becomes sthira, steady, then tada buddhi antarmukha bhavati. Mind becomes introvert, antarmukha. It changes its face, it changes its tone towards inside. Tasyantarmukhayam vrittau. And in that antarmukha vritti, which is steady, which is not in the state of flux, ananda atmaswarupanandaha pratifalati. That atmaswarupananda pratifalati, it gets reflected, it is experienced. तादृशात्मस्वरूपानंद प्रतिबिंबम अनुभवतुः पुंसः विषयेभ्यः माम आनंदः जायते इति भ्रांतिः उत्पद्यते. And the one who is experiencing that happiness, which happiness? The happiness which is being experienced in form of reflection in that mind, which has become steady on account of experience of Vishaya. Now this happiness which is being experienced is reflected happiness, not Swarupananda. And this happiness is, because it is reflected, it is coming from that of which it is reflection. So that is Swarupa. So the source of this happiness is Swarupa. But because it is being experienced in presence of Vishayas, the source of happiness is in Swarupa. But because it is being experienced in presence of Vishaya, Vishayebhya mama anandaha jayata iti bhrantihi utpadyate pumsaha. The one who is experiencing this happiness, he gets deluded and he thinks that on account of Vishaya I have gained this happiness. Why? Because I have experienced happiness in presence of Vishaya. Vastutastu. But in reality, naivasti jada vishaye anandaleshopi. That which is jada, that which is inert, in that there is not even an iota of happiness. Kincha anandotpattehe vishayadhinatve yankinchit विषयजन्यानंदम अनुभवतः पुंसः विषयांतरे इच्छोत्पत्ति दशायामपि प्राचीन विषयानंदः अनुवर्तितुम अर्हति न तु तथास्त्यनुभवः. Simple. If happiness was in Vishaya, then यत्किंचित विषयजन्यानंदम अनुभवतः पुंसः. If the person, if that happiness was in Vishaya, the person who is experiencing one particular Vishaya, when he desires of another Vishaya, then during that desire also, during that moment of desire also, because the earlier Vishaya experience has not been over, is not over, he would have experienced Vishayananda, because earlier Vishayananda would have continued in the desire for other object, other Vishaya. But that is not the case. After one desire is over, after happiness is over, when the next desire starts, that happiness has faded away, that happiness fades away. That's what is our experience. Only when the earlier happiness fades away, we have desire for something which is different. And only when that desire is fulfilled, we start experiencing happiness again. अस्मत् सिद्धान्ते तु विषयान्तरासक्त्या पुनरपि बुद्धिचाञ्चल्ये सति तस्यां चञ्चलबुद्धौ न स्वरूपानन्दः न स्वरूपानन्दप्रतिबिम्बः भाति इति समाधानं ज्ञेयम्. But in our understanding, in our doctrine, in our siddhanta, Vishayantarasakya, when another desire, when next desire is born, Buddhi Chanchalye Sati, again mind becomes agitated, goes into state of flux. Tasyam Chanchala Buddho, in that Chanchala Buddhi, in that agitated mind, Swarupananda Pratibimbaha na bhati. That reflection is not seen, not experienced, it goes away. Therefore, happiness is coming from Swarupa and not Vishaya. Kincha. We will stop here. Further discussion we will see next time. Om Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.